Okay, so Lambdog was talking about something and it made me think of this, so let's talk about it. I've been wanting to make a video to Lambdog for a while and I keep making videos that I'm not interested in. So I believe that our entire system has been organized to make you use the banks, borrow money, and pay for insurance. And I don't believe in any of those things. And this is where, I find myself at odds with the American federal government and America as a whole, because basically, your entire system has been rigged and orchestrated as such to force compliance. Oh, if we don't like you, we just cut you off from the banks. Okay, well, what does that mean? That means you can't afford a car now. It means you can't afford a home now. It means you can't afford food now, probably, too. Like the list of shit that, if you decide to walk away from the banking system, you're giving up a lot. I will never have a new car. I will never have a nice home. And I do not care because I would rather remain free. Piss on them and their fucking lending practices and their fucking repossessions and their fucking everything else. Honestly, if I could, I would have everyone in the United States get to be like me so the banks ran out of business. You can say whatever you will about the communists, but at least they didn't have that shit going on. Or they probably did, for all I know, but in theory, you shouldn't need a fucking gigantic banking cartel to run your shit if you're a communist country, right? At least that would be nice. This is where shit's headed. Everyone in America who is less than 40 years old hates the banks to the point that they would be communist. I hate the banks to the point that I would be communist. Think about that. I hate communism. I hate the banks even fucking worse. In reality, I did not fully understand the attack on 9/11 when it happened. If the attack on 9/11 was actually perpetrated by the people that they say it was, I say good. The only thing that would have made 9/11 better is if they had had a fucking bigger fucking payload. They didn't get enough of the fucking bankers. This is the, Occupy Wall Street people. I guess I'm one of them. I'm a little bit more than occupying, though. That shit needs to happen again. That shit actually got some results the last time it happened. I know you're like, oh, it's just a bunch of kids going and camping out in front of Wall Street. Man, they need to see what they're doing. They don't see the effects of their actions. All they think about are numbers on a spreadsheet. And there are people right now going, the economy is too hot. We need to fire people because of this. This is, I guarantee you, happening at governmental levels right now, where there are people that are losing their fucking jobs and losing their ability to make any money whatsoever in the future, probably. Because go try to find a job, a good job. If you have one, cling on to it. There are no other ones. It's kind of fucking ridiculous. And I think in reality, all of this stems from this banking bullshit. You have become such a tyrannical force in people's lives that no one lives anymore. They just pay off their debts. And this is in a nutshell why I won't owe anyone money. I owe a couple people at pawn shops. I'll owe them for a short period. And it's, either I pay it or I lose my shit. That's an honest thing. It's not an honest thing to just keep fucking, nickel and diming someone to death every fucking year for the last 200 fucking years and expecting your system to continue. I don't know what replaces it. I don't care. I'm, to the point now where, I think we should fucking be an isolationist nation, and I think we should conduct all transactions in cash. Fuck all of this e-commerce bullshit. It's ruining the world. That's really a big part of it. Is basically no one goes out and shops anymore or supports anything in their local community. All they do is fucking buy shit online at the cheapest fucking place possible, which has made the profit margin on selling any good basically nothing. Because it's a race to the bottom. If you make your shit 1 or 2 cents cheaper on eBay with fast shipping, you will sell 100 items. If you make it 1 or 2 cents more, you will sell 2 items. I take a lot from this. This is how people shop, right? They look at the price of a thing. And when you make the price of a thing so crazy high that I will never pay it, that the only way for me to ever afford to do it is to finance it, this seems like it was planned and orchestrated. You want to fucking finance me a car, so you only sell cars that cost $80,000. There could be $2,000 cars on the market, and not old used beaters. There's Chinese electric trucks that cost $2,000. Why isn't there something like that made in America? Yeah, would it be a little shitty? Maybe. You know how many people are fucking walking? I'd take a little Chinese truck. That's my thoughts. It really seems like the people that run this country have gotten so fucking rich and depraved and all of this that they no longer care about what happens to us as a nation. And in fact, I think some of them are making money off of the downfall of this nation. Biden. And every fucking politician in existence has ties to the banks because of our political system. We've created a system where whoever has the most money runs the country. Well, congratulations, that's the banks. You put the banks in charge of our nation. Down with the banks. Death to America. We need a fucking jihad in this country against the banking system. It's the only answer, really. They need to be put in fucking check. They need to be put out of business for a bit, and a new banking system needs to be put up. Something. At least the people that are currently in charge of it need to fucking go to jail. That would satisfy me. Make changes and put those fuckers in jail. They ain't never gonna do that. They literally fund their fucking campaigns. You think they don't write laws that are advantageous to their buddies? Welcome to how the world works. And this is exactly why they everything that the government does is corrupt as fuck, because they all use a buddy and they all overpay for shit. And half of this is so that they and their buddies can make money, and half of this is to get money out of official places where it's tracked and you have to account for every dollar spent, and get it into a fucking black hole fund where you can just use the money for anything. And you know, if you charge $500 for toilet seats to the U.S. Army, and you give them $15 toilet seats or $50 toilet seats, whatever, you're pocketing, you know, $450 a toilet seat times however many hundreds of thousands of toilet seats the U.S. Army ordered. It hides a lot of fucking money. This is our entire budget is this way. And this is, again, because of the banks. They would rather us keep borrowing money. Our whole government is set up by the banks, for the banks. Death to the banks. Seriously. If you seriously think banking is a good idea, you are in the wrong. See you guys later.